And in today's video, we will continue our preview of some of the teams headed to this summer's World Cup. The tournament is now almost upon us, and we can't wait. We absolutely can't wait. Football fans worldwide are just sitting on the edges of their seats now, just counting down the days. So, yes, we will be getting ready to go. But in today's video, we will be taking a look at Senegal, one of Africa's contenders in this summer's tournament. One of Africa's most famous football teams, Senegal is headed to their fourth World Cup finals tournament. They have progressed from the group stage in two of their previous three World Cup appearances, with their best performance being a quarterfinal finish in their debut World Cup campaign in 2002. Following that dream debut, however, the Lions of Teranga failed to qualify for the next three World Cup finals tournaments and were knocked out in the group stage on their return to the tournament in Russia in 2018, only to be followed by a round of 16 exit in Qatar 4 years later. This team will be led by former Liverpool superstar Sadio Mané, who now plies his trade in Saudi Arabia's Pro League with Al Nassr, and who, at the age of 34, will most likely be featuring in his final World Cup finals. He will be joined by Ismail Assar, who's coming off a very good season with Crystal Palace in the EPL, and he also lifted the Conference League title to add to the FA Cup that he won also with Crystal Palace last season. Bayern Munich loanee Nicolas Jackson will be looking to have a very strong tournament as he puts himself in the shop window in an effort to engineer a quick transfer away from parent club Chelsea, or maybe force his way into the plans of new Chelsea coach Xavi Alonso. But Jackson will be looking to get himself out there, have a good tournament, and kick on with his career from there. Centre back Kalidou Koulibaly, who during his time with Serie A team Napoli was consistently rated one of the top centre backs in the world, will also be looking to end his World Cup career on a high, as like Mane, he too is 34 and is unlikely to feature in 4 years' time. What will be interesting to see with this Senegal team is how much playing time head coach Pape Thiaw will afford his young players, of whom he has included several in this squad. We look at some of these youngsters. Chelsea defender Mamadou Sarr, he's 20. West Ham defender El Hadj Malik Diouf, he's 21. Antonio Mende is 22. He plays for Nice in the French league, and he'll be competing for places in the Senegalese backline. These young players will all be competing for those backline spots. In midfield, there are also youngsters. 22-year-old Lamine Camara and 22-year-old Habib Diarra. They play for Monaco in France and Sunderland in the EPL, respectively. They will also be looking to force themselves into the first team. And in contention will also be Tottenham Hotspur's 23-year-old Pape Matar Sarr, also trying to get into that first team. All youngsters. Also in the squad is Bayern Munich's 18-year-old Barasapoko Endai, but he is not expected to feature. I think he's just been brought along for the experience, up and coming talent, and as I said, Diao is planning for the future. Up front, Como's 20-year-old Asani Diao and 18-year-old PSG forward Ibrahim Mbaye will be contending for first team selection. It is evident that Coach Tiao is looking ahead to the future, and this nucleus of young talent will undoubtedly form the foundations on which that future will be built. The future will, however, be far from the mind of Thiaw over the next 5 weeks, particularly in a very manageable group where their most difficult encounter should come against 2018 champions and 2022 beaten finalist France, who they face in New Jersey on June 16th. Norway should hold no terrors when they meet on June 22nd, and anything less than 3 points against Iraq in Toronto on June 26th would be seen as disappointing. Progress to the round of 32 is definitely doable for Mane and company, and after that, anything is possible. Well, that wraps up our look at Senegal. Remember to like the video, give us your thoughts in the comments, and until next time, keep playing.